The haunting Anneliese Michel story. In 1976, a 23-year-old woman named Anneliese Michel starved to death. But this wasn't a simple case of a tragic illness. Her death was the result of 67 Catholic exorcism rites performed over 10 months. This is the haunting story of a young woman possessed by demons. A bright and deeply religious girl from a devout Catholic family in Bavaria, Germany. Born in 1952, those who knew her described her as kind and obedient, attending Mass twice a week. Her life seemed perfectly normal. But when she was 16, Anneliese's life took a dark and irreversible turn. In 1968, she suffered a violent convulsion. At first, the way forward seemed clear. Doctors diagnosed Anneliese with temporal lobe epilepsy, a neurological disorder that can cause seizures, hallucinations, and major personality changes. She was treated in a psychiatric hospital and given anticonvulsant drugs. The medicine didn't stop the terrifying visions and voices. She saw demonic faces during her daily prayers and heard voices telling her she was damned. Soon, she developed a powerful aversion to religious symbols like crucifixes and couldn't stand to touch holy water. They were convinced that medicine had failed and that their daughter was possessed by demons. So they turned to the Catholic Church, pleading for an exorcism. After being rejected several times, two priests, Father Ernst Alt and Father Arnold Renz, finally got permission to perform the Great Exorcism. What came next was a 10-month ordeal of 67 brutal rituals. The family and priests recorded the sessions, capturing chilling audio of a young woman growling, screaming, and speaking in several deep male voices. These voices claimed to be Lucifer, Cain, Judas Iscariot, Nero, and even Hitler. During this time, Anneliese's body and mind deteriorated catastrophically. She ate insects, drank her own urine, and compulsively performed hundreds of squats a day, which eventually ruptured ligaments and broke bones in her knees. Believing that fasting would drive the demons out, she refused to eat. On July 1st, 1976, Anneliese Michel died in her sleep. But her death wasn't the end of the story. It was the beginning of a legal firestorm. The state charged her parents and the two priests with negligent homicide. Prosecutors argued Anneliese's death was entirely preventable, that she was a mentally ill girl who needed forced medical treatment. The defense, in a stunning move, played the terrifying audio tapes in court, insisting that the real culprits were demons. The court found the parents and priests guilty of negligent homicide. They received suspended 6-month prison sentences and probation, with the judge noting that the parents had suffered enough. The court's official ruling was that Anneliese had died from a treatable medical condition, not demonic possession. Years after the trial, German bishops acknowledged that Anneliese was mentally ill, moving away from the claim of possession. Today, her grave is a pilgrimage site for those who believe she was a martyr who sacrificed herself to atone for the sins of others. The audio tapes are real. Her suffering was real. But the cause is still shrouded in debate. So, what do you believe? Was Anneliese Michel truly battling demonic forces?